It's very good! Startled the dogs too. So, finally, the Cincinnati Craft Beer Examiner is actually going to examine some Cincinnati craft beer. Well, it's been a long time in coming. So, up today is from Rivertown. Now, don't let the Sam Adams glass fool you. This is a good glass. If you don't have any of these, get them, and don't accept the imitations. The laser holes in the bottom make a difference. I don't know. It's really good. It's just for a general beer glass, it's really good. So what this is the Wit Ale by Rivertown, and this is a complex herbal aroma, golden cloudy color, orange citrusy fruitiness, and spicy flavor. Our Belgian style wit, blah blah blah. But anyway, it has wheat malt in it. Has some hops, some spicy hops. You're supposed to serve it with an orange peel. I don't put fruit in my beer. Not original, not like that. I'm gonna let it. It's supposed to be cloudy. It's supposed to be wit beer. So if I pour it and it's very clear. So I'm gonna do a review of this. I could hold Jason to his word. He's a very big stickler for the brewing guidelines. He really goes to the letter of the law many times. But this one's got a little twist on it because he's got lemon zest and coriander and other things in there. So as always, we have to find it on Untapped. I don't believe I've ever had this beer, and there's too many wit ales here. So let's try the brewery. This is great. Hochhaden showed up first. Surprise, surprise. But yeah, Cincinnati's seen a really big rebirth in many ways, an explosion of breweries. We've had 2 open in the last year there. It's just as wit. So this one's been sitting out a little while. It's 42 degrees serving temperature, so it's still probably a little bit below that. That's fine. For our purposes, under the spotlights, it'll warm up. Got a little bit of smoke. I know one guy likes to see all the smoke. Now this is a one that you're going to want to have it stir. This is why they say to pour it in a Pilsner glass. But some of you are going to say, well, that's just way too much head on the beer. No. This is going to be, it probably is a little bit too much, but it'll start settling down. But the idea, oh my, nice aroma. You can really smell. This is part of why you want to pour this out. This is not a Budweiser, all right? Budweiser you want as flat as can be and as cold as can be because it tastes like who knows what. But you can really smell the coriander and the lemon zest. I'm not getting, there was something else in there, orange. Not a whole lot of orange. I'm not getting orange yet. Maybe. Oh my, that is very good. That's just the foam. So that's why. The foam is there for several reasons. One is to really get the aroma of the beer to just come up and at you. Because you want to, taste and smell are very related. In fact, if you were to plug your nose and try and eat, you would taste, but it would be very, 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 very dulled. And if you had lost any of your taste buds or your sense of taste, you may not even taste anything at all. And the dogs are moving my thing. So that's also why the yeast in Belgian beers also provides quite a bit of the flavor. So yeah, I've not been in this one before. On Untapped, it has a 3.5 star rating. Oh my goodness, that's a lot higher than 3 stars. I'm sorry. And I'm not a fan of wit beers at all. That is excellent. And when you drink this, you want it to hit the tip of your tongue, and you want it to kind of slowly wash over. It's kind of why I kind of hold it and let my mouth really experience it. And again, the fizziness is going to come in with it. So the bubbles are going to come in, and they're going to interact with your tongue. They're going to interact with your mouth and your gums and everything, and just get all that flavor just to wash over your tongue, and then especially as you slide it down. Now, that doesn't mean you're going to belch and things like that, but, you know, you're with friends. Who cares? So that... Oh my goodness, that's good. This is about as lawnmower beer as I get. That is excellent. It's I don't even know what the alcohol content it is. It's probably pretty low, probably around 5%, something like that. I doubt it's less than that. This doesn't say, and I don't think the write-up shows. But again, this shows why Jason is he's very picky. He won several years ago. This is kind of what got him started. He was a home brewer, and he won the long shot contest. And one of the beers, I think it's the if I remember, it's the blueberry pilsner. That doesn't sound right, but one of his beers that he still makes, I can't remember which one it was, and that's bad. I'm just having a mental block right now. He's only told me 5 or 6 dozen times. But you know, I've known him for quite a while. I've known Lindsay, his wife, for several years. I'm actually trying to get her and several other of the brewers' wives. I want to do some interviews with the wives who don't brew. Some of them are kind of partnerships, but most of them the wife doesn't brew, just to see what it's like, just to kind of get perspective. I mean, there's been all kinds of interviews with the brewers themselves. I've met with Jason before. I've met Mike of Mount Carmel before, and Kathleen. But I really just, you know, I've talked to Randy, Jason's partner. I've talked to the guys at Listerman's. I've talked to the guys at Magic Hat. I mean, Mad Tree, Magic Hat, I wish. I need something that's a different angle. That is excellent. So, not a wit beer fan, but that, in my opinion, this beer, in my opinion, is much better than Hoegaarden, which is probably the gold standard. It's got a nice fruity nose to it. It's got a kind of a hint of hop spiciness, not a little bit of bitterness. The citrus is actually coming from the lemon zest and the orange rinds, and from the yeast. Not a whole lot, so it's not a lot of citrusy, over citrusy hops like a Cascade is not really present in there, at least not at this temperature. Maybe warmer, but it's about the right temperature. 42 degrees, that's about right. And as it washes over, there's a tiny bit of hint of alcohol. You get the herbs, you get the hop spiciness, you get the orange and the lemon. Just kind of dance around your tongue, and it just washes, and it's clean. Aftertaste is kind of a sticky citrus, I guess. It's not really strong. It's very mild, but it's very smooth. So I think this is excellent. Wit Ale, Rivertown Brewery here in Cincinnati. Actually, they're in Laughlin. Basically, where they are, their name, obviously, Cincinnati being a river town, and Laughlin, it got its name. It was the first lock going north on the Miami-Erie Canal. And here we go. Oh my, yes. See, that's what you're supposed to do, is when you do belch it, you're supposed to close your teeth and let it come through, and then the hops, you'll get a second taste of the hops. And if some of you are going to freak out, but that's, hey, you know, wine you're supposed to swirl and spit. Well, with beer you're supposed to swallow and then let the hops come back. And then it's very, very citrusy, a lot of orange there on the belch. And oh yeah, it's really good. And so anyway, this is my first filmed beer review. I've done beer reviews several times on Examiner.com, where I write as a Cincinnati Craft Beer Examiner when I do write. Unfortunately, I haven't written in a long time. That's my own fault. But I'm gonna check that in. I'm giving it 4.5 stars. So there it goes. Anybody wants to follow me on Untappd, let me know. Just find me, you know, Bryon Lape. I'm easy to find. If you spell B-R-Y-O-N, you only find me. So I'm the only one that exists anywhere on the interwebs, and that is very good. So I'm gonna also do a write-up version of this review, and post it and link in the video and all that stuff. That is just really, really good. So, it's typical of Rivertown. Jason does a very good idea, very good idea. He does a very good job at creating his recipes. They tend to be very much in style, but he tends to play in the boundaries. He's not clinical. So what we're going to do is we're going to do some reviews of Rivertown. We're going to hit them all. I mean, this year, the remainder of this year and into next, I want to hit every beer made by every Cincinnati craft brewer. I mean, it's in the area. It's 6 breweries in the area, if you can believe that. And that's without Christian Moerlein and some of those others coming, not even counting them. That's not counting Sam Adams. Part of why I have the Sam Adams glass, their biggest breweries downtown, down in Cincinnati. I park like 4 blocks from it every morning, and man, when they're making beer, it's just awesome smells. And you also have Rock Bottom Brewery down on the square, which is a chain, but Mitch is allowed to do some things. I'm going to see if I can get some kind of reviews. I'd love to shoot a review of Mitch's beers, the ones he makes, the Catcher on the Rye, and that kind of stuff in the store. That would be awesome. We'll see. That would be really cool. So, all right. Thanks for stopping by. If you live in the area, make sure you pick up some Wit Ale and check it out. This is great for after being outside. I wouldn't have it after being activities like mowing the lawn. No, we call lawnmower beer. I would hydrate with some water. Okay, but this is a great beer to have out, just sitting around. I would pair this easily with anything barbecue, not barbecue, but anything grilled. So nice bratwurst, mets, maybe even a hot net, just kind of pushing it. Any kind of smoked meat, burgers, hot dogs. If you wanted to go on the fish side, I believe that would go very well with a salmon, a broiled salmon. I would say encrusted with, I would want to put something hot there. I would say, this is going to sound weird, but encrusted with paprika and brown sugar. So some olive oil, paprika, and some brown sugar. Brush it on, broil your salmon, and then I would do asparagus spears with that. This would go very well because you'd have that citrus flavor counteracting. I like to do counteracting flavors when I pair food. So you got the hearty meats and the citrusy, the light citrusy kind of going back and forth. If you were to have this like with a ham sandwich, it still may even work, especially if you got brown mustard on it, but it's not enough of a contrast. So I like those different contrasts. I mean, dessert beers, half the time the chocolatey dessert beers, I don't pair with chocolate. I pair with something tart. So because they're too sweet and do something tart, and that's not chocolate. So, but that's what I would have with that. If I was having, you know, the brats, I'd have a good German potato salad, would go very good with this. And so anything kind of really spicy or kind of hearty, smoky kind of flavors that counteract the sweet citrusy of this is really good. So thank you for stopping by. Thanks for all the comments. Let me know what you think. And if you got any beer suggestions, you got any questions, whatever. Also a home brewer, so if you got any homebrew questions, just let me know. And I'm pretty good at it. I haven't entered any competitions, but I'm going to go to soon because I've been in a homebrew club and I've had other people's homebrew, and so some people I know I'm a lot better in, and some people I've got a lot of work to catch up. So I'm right in the middle and I'm coming fast. So thank you very much. See you on the other side. Cheers.